Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Yomi, the CEO of Europe Travels and Tours. During my tour of Mombasa, I met two intelligent young men, alright, Mr. Satish and Mr. Hussein. Mr. Satish is a Kenyan. He is also a British and at the same time a Kenyan, right? Because he was actually born in Kenya by Indian parents, and later he became a citizen of UK. We are going to meet him. All right. So also Mr. Hussein. Mr. Hussein is a pure Kenyan. These people, I call them the custodian of the history of Kenya. They know a lot about the history of Kenya. And from their wealth of knowledge, I also want us to gain from it in this video. That is why I am bringing this video to us today. By the way, if you are new to this channel, I want you to subscribe to the channel. Elroy Travels at all. So also put on the notification bell and also like this video. When you like this video, YouTube will be able to recommend this video to other YouTube users. Thank you for doing this for us. Sir.
Yeah, hello.
Okay,
How are you?
I'm fine. What is your name?
My name is Hussein.
Hussein.
Hussein, yeah.
Okay,
I'm
so
from Old Town. In these areas, we call Bahani or Bokoni. Is
Okay.
an Old Town, yeah.
then are you a Kenyan or an Indian?
I'm a
or an
Kenyan.
Arab?
I'm a Kenyan.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Yes, sir. Can we meet you, your name, your nationality?
Okay, my name is Satish Shah. I was born in 1950 in Mombasa itself. I was born and bred here, did my schooling up to secondary school. Then I went to England for higher further studies. I became a chartered accountant and then came back here again. And I had a business of car hire, touring, and also my accountancy field as well. And I am now a retired person for the last 10 years. And my main activity basically is spiritual oriented, but since I was in the tourism trade, I obviously like taking people around Mombasa and giving a bit of that history.
After the elaborate introduction by Mr. Satish, then I put the first question to him. I believe. So we are so happy to meet you. So, sir, I discovered personally that there are a lot of Indians in Kenya. That's the whole of Kenya. Nairobi, Meru, Mombasa, Eldoret, everywhere. I want you to tell our viewers, how come we have so many Indians in Kenya? What is the relationship between Kenyans and Indians?
Okay, it all started because, as you probably know, Kenya was a British colony, and after they sort of started building the hinterland, and they wanted to build a railway, which started from Mombasa all the way to Kampala, and they obviously needed technical and superpowers to lay on those things. The local people were not up to it, and since India was also a colony of United Kingdom at that time, they imported labor, specialist labor from India, certain parts of it, especially from the Punjab side of it and the Gujarat side of it and all that. And that's when they laid the railway. Once the railway was finished, almost about 100 years ago, some of them obviously stayed over.
Wow. So engineers and laborers from Punjabi were brought to Kenya by the British to come and work on the railway from Mombasa down to Uganda. This is awesome. Thank you so much for that insightful information given to us. Okay, now the Indians refused to leave Kenya after working. Right? That means Kenya is a very good country. There was a very good interaction between them and the Indians. That was why they decided to remain in India up to today. That is us. Right now, I want us to hear from Mr. Uzaid. about the first governor or the first sultan of Mombasa. Everybody
Okay.
about the first sultan or the first governor of Mombasa.
Yeah.
What is his name?
Yeah.
Which country did he come from? Say that. Then he said now.
Okay. The Sultan, the first Sultan of Mombasa, or governor of Mombasa, is a Sultan called Ali Arub bin Sultan of Mombasa and Zanzibar and Muscat. He's from Oman Arab.
Okay, he's an
They
Arab
come-
man from Oman.
From
Okay,
Oman.
then how many years did the Oman people, how many years, for how long did they rule Kenya?
Ruled from
Just a number of years.
yeah, from
Maybe for
16,
1 year or for
16
2 years.
200 years.
They
From
ruled for
16
200 years.
Yeah, for
Okay.
16.
Thank you, Mr. Hussein, for that beautiful insight that you have given unto us. Yeah, we have learned something about the Omani people. All right, the Arabs. Now, how many of you guys know that the Portuguese also ruled in Kenya for a certain period of time? So also the British. Of course, we all know that the British are the ones that gave Kenya the independence in 1963. But for how long did the British rule in Kenya, and for how long did the Portuguese rule in Kenya? I want Mr. Hussein to shed more light.
200 years.
They
from
ruled for
16
200 years.
Yeah, for
Okay.
1698 to 1824.
Oh, very good. 1698
Yeah.
to 1824, for
yeah.
200 years.
Yeah.
Oman people
but
ruled
ruled
Kenya.
Kenya.
Okay, what about the Portuguese?
The Portuguese, we ruled Mombasa from 1498 to 1698, also
Wow.
200 years.
Also 200 years.
Yes,
Beautiful. Then what about the British?
The British, we ruled Mombasa about from 1824 to 1963, about
Wow. 150 years.
50 years like that.
Okay. That's very good. That's very good.
Yeah.
See, guys, I am a full-blooded African, and I'm always excited whenever I hear about the history of Africa. Imagine Oman, Portugal, and Kenya, and British ruling this country, Kenya, for more than 500 years. Oman ruled Kenya for 200 years. Portugal ruled Kenya for 200 years, then British for 150 years. By the way, do we remember the one called Vasco da Gama? Yeah, Vasco da Gama was a Portuguese explorer. You know, one of the people that were going from one place to the other in those days, using the sea. Kudos to him and his crew. Now, let me tell you. Remember, I always say that Mombasa is a gateway to Kenya. Vasco da Gama landed in Kenya many years ago. He was one that actually led the Portuguese to this country, Kenya. Now, I want Mr. Jose to shed more light on that also.
It is a natural harbor. We like it.
Okay.
And the first Portuguese we reached Mombasa is the Vasco da Gama. We reached 1490.
Vasco da Gama was the first Portuguese
Portuguese
to reach
Mombasa,
Mombasa.
1498.
I believe you guys are getting value. If it is so, please, I want you to subscribe to this YouTube channel, Hero of Travels and Tours, so that you can get more updates regarding travels. All right. I want to bring you Mr. Satish one more time. Okay, he's going to talk about the Indian community in Mombasa, in Kenya generally. Percentage of Indians, Kenya, you know. So let's have Mr. Satish.
independence. So I want to talk briefly about this. I want you to talk briefly about this post-independence interaction between Indians and Kenyans. So we still see many Indians around, and I want to believe that someone who was born in a particular country, automatically that person becomes a national of that country. Okay, now presently, what do Indians, what do they do here, as in, what is their work? Yeah, they have been here many years ago.
Okay.
So, but the major work they do here, I would like you to tell our viewers.
Okay, Kenya got independence in 1963. Until then, under the United Kingdom colonial period, the Indians generally and Asians in particular enjoyed that middle of the road economic game between the whites and the Africans, the blacks. And most of them did well in their own trade and profession as such. Post-independence, obviously the African government that came in was obviously pro-Africans itself. And they started instilling some Africanization policy, whereby many Indians who did not opt for citizenship of Kenya were in fact asked to leave, or they could not do any jobs because they did not have the permits or the citizenship. And so the big Indian population that used to be in Kenya in pre-independence into post-independence by 1969, 1970, in my opinion, almost maybe more than 60 to 70% actually emigrated into United Kingdom or America or Canada, but mostly into United Kingdom. This was a similar case, similar to, okay, there was no forced emigration, but like what Idi Amin did in Uganda in 1971-72, where he sent almost 40,000 Indians out of Uganda. Yeah. But it was a similar policy, but it was not a forced thing, but most of them ended up there. And those who took up citizenship and their children who were automatically citizens stayed over. So for the information of the public, the Indian population may seem to be quite visible in the major centers, perhaps like Nairobi, Mombasa, Nakuru, Kisumu. But
that was very awesome. Thank you so much, Mr. Satish. All right, guys. I want to believe very strongly that you all know that here in Africa, so we're talking about countries with the most fascinating hotels. Kenya cannot be relegated or put to the ground. They have beautiful hotels here in Kenya. I don't want to mention names, you understand? Very beautiful hotels. But I'm taking you somewhere right now. That is the first hotel in Kenya. The very first hotel in Kenya. We're going to talk about the year it was established. I actually went to the site to this. Okay, let's see that.
Written on it, Africa Hotel 1901.
Yeah,
so which means this hotel was established in 1901. And from what we are seeing here, it says first hotel in Kenya.
Yeah.
So this is the first hotel in Kenya.
Exactly.
Wow. Wow.
Exactly.
That is lovely. That is very
all
good.
thing we're writing there is really really information about this house.
This house. So the hotel, they were using the whole of this house?
Yeah.
Or just this part?
No, from there, the wire. From
This wire? Okay.
There.
Okay.
It's a big house. One floor and second floor there.
Okay. There.
And no iron inside the wall. The wall very thick.
Okay. So they don't open it
thick.
again?
No iron inside. Wall very thick.
I believe the episode of today was interesting and highly informative as well. I'm quite sure that you got value in the video you just watched. So, till I come your way again, I remain sincerely yours, Yomi Abu. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please do so. Thank you.